Hello everybody, this is Hannah Dana from Dr. Hannah Dana and Linguistics channel. It's been quite a long time since I published my last video. Anyways, here we are back again. In this video, I'll be discussing a new semantic issue, situations and situation types. Speakers usually choose to describe a situation as a static situation or as a dynamic one. To start with, when speakers choose to describe a situation as a static one, they don't give information about the internal structure of the state. The situation does not involve changing, and it holds for a certain time which is unspecified. As when we say, for example, I like singing and you know my brother. The verbs like and know are verbs that describe situations which hold for a certain period of time which is unspecified. On the other hand, speakers may also use or choose to describe a situation as a dynamic one which involves changing, as when we say, for example, Jean planted these trees and I study English. How are these situation types portrayed? Such a distinction between static and dynamic situations is portrayed by using different terms. Adjectives are usually used for stative situations. Stative adjectives are usually used for stative situations, while verbs are used to portray dynamic situations. Dynamic verbs are used to portray dynamic situations. As in the examples we have here, the theater is full and the theater filled up. These examples are actually from John Said's book. The theater is full. Full here is an adjective that describes the state of the theater, while filled up is a verb that describes the process of the theater being filled up. Well, static situations, as we can see in the sketch in front of us, static situations can also be portrayed by using stative verbs. So there are a number of stative verbs, such as verbs of cognition, feelings, position, senses. These are the verbs that I'm talking about that can be used to describe static situations. In the same way, stative adjectives are used. Now, when I say I own an old car, I know the answer, I think it's getting too late, I have two brothers. Actually, these are examples with stative verbs: own, know, think, and have. All are stative verbs that are used to describe stative situations. John Said posits that such verbs are inherently static, for they are used to portray static situations, as I have just said. However, we need to bear in mind that Said also says that verbs have a range of meanings, some of which may be more static than others. Hence, a verb which is used to portray or to describe a static situation may also have a non-stative use. This can be exemplified by the following sentences. I have two brothers and I'm having my lunch. The verb I have two brothers, the verb have here is used in a stative manner, while I am having my lunch is an example of the non-stative use of the verb have. I think it's getting late is actually an example of the stative use of the verb think. I'm thinking of selling my old car is another example of the non-stative use of the verb think. Well, this is all for today's session. Next session, I'll be discussing dynamic situations and dynamic verbs. These are the references for those who are interested actually. Stay healthy and bye-bye for now.